Did we survive 2024? We think so. This year-end reflection episode is a chance to laugh, learn, and celebrate all the ups and downs of the past 12 months. Get ready for a candid conversation filled with stories, anecdotes, and maybe some regrettable film choices. Welcome to the No More Late Fees podcast. I'm Jackie.
And I'm Danielle, and we're just two best friends and ex-Blockbuster employees rewatching some of the best and worst movies from the late 90s and early 2000s. And this week, we are wrapping it all up, y'all. 2024 is over, and we're going to look back at some of our best. And I wish I didn't do that moment from the podcast this year. So join us. But before we dive in, let's get into some
housekeeping.
If you love the podcast and you want to support us, here's a few ways that you can.
If you like what you hear, leave us a review. Head over to your favorite podcasting platform, write us a review, give us a 5-star rating, and we very much appreciate it.
And while you're there, make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you get notifications when new episodes are live for 2025.
If you want to give us a little extra holiday cheer, head on over to ko-fi.com/no more late fees. Leave us a little tip, a little coffee money, or if you want us to do your favorite movie, we can be easily bribed for $50.
Oh, Jackie, 2024. Where shall we begin?
Well,
I think the podcast is like my lifeboat at this point, keeping me afloat in this horrendous year.
Agree. We kicked off our season 4 in April. April 8th, we did our Drop Dead Gorgeous episode. And we did that with the lovely Carrie Francis. And it was such a fun ride.
I was just so surprised because I remember being really excited about rewatching that one because I hadn't seen it in so long, and remember just thinking it was like the best movie since sliced bread.
Yeah.
I think I still have mixed feelings after watching it.
The whatever pageant sweatshirt keeps coming up on my Instagram ads, and I'm like, I know what that is, but I do not want that.
Hard pass. Hard pass.
So let's do a little breakdown of by the numbers. So we had 18,500-ish plays. So not too bad. We created 5,124 minutes of content. So
we be talking, y'all. We be talking.
And we wonder why we're tired.
Right. No, it's just pure podcast content.
And I'm pretty sure I made this before our last 2 episodes were live, so it's actually a bit more than that.
Nice.
Yeah. 44 episodes.
Wow. Okay.
We watch a lot of movies.
Yeah.
37 trailers. 38 guests.
Nice.
We did 4 rewind episodes. We gave ourselves a little bit of a break this year.
A little bit, yeah. I think I was talking to Shella. She's like, y'all don't be taking no breaks. I said, we always say we are, and then we don't.
And when we were putting the calendar together for next year, I think we have 2 rewind episodes scheduled.
Yeah, it'll change. We're going to have a week where we're like, I think we need to do a rewind. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I showed my mom because, she doesn't have social media. If you are a millennial watching out for an elder parent, you need to make sure they don't have social media. It's the best thing ever. I don't have to worry about random photos being posted without my permission, crazy thoughts, conspiracy theories that they don't realize are fake news, all of that. I showed my mom our Instagram post when we posted First Wives Club with our moms, and I was showing her the clips, and she was cracking herself up with her interview clips. So that was fun.
I
Great
love
times.
that Christine is her own biggest hype man.
I love that for her. She deserves it. She's great.
We were also in the top 10% of video podcasts on Spotify.
That's awesome. Well, we're early adapters. We
We did.
like have been on video since day one, except like Spotify didn't have the capabilities to have video at the time. So
Yeah, I think all but our first 6 episodes are available with video. We have the video for the first 6. I would just have to go through and re-edit it, which maybe one day.
well, speaking of Spotify, let's talk about our fans. So we were the top 10 Spotify show for 121 of our fans. We were the top 5 for 77 of our fans. And for the top 1 spot for like their favorite podcast that they listen to, we were that for 21 fans, which is great. Higher than last year.
Yeah.
Every little bit counts for us, y'all. We got to celebrate our wins. That's why we do this episode every year.
Yeah. We have to look back. We have to remind ourselves like our hard work pays off.
What I also love is that since day one, we've been global, y'all. We're global superstars. Jackie, which countries were we popping off in this year?
The US. We got a lot of US
Trash.
based fans. I think most of our fans would agree.
Yeah.
Number 2, Canada.
Thinking about it, looking good right now.
Agreed.
Mhm.
And number 3, England.
Trash too, because that's where we came from. Can't hate the kid if you don't hate the father. You know what I mean?
But we do appreciate our listeners from
Oh, yeah,
wherever
not
you
y'all.
listen. Yeah. Y'all are the exception. And we were streamed in 20 different countries this year.
So cool.
So cool.
Over the year, we have reached the top spots for the film category and even TV and film in Ireland.
Russia
for sure. Oh gosh, I'm trying to think. What was the other? Was it like Mongolia or some crazy?
No, it was like Moderna somewhere. No, that's a shot.
That's not a country.
It was some M country.
It was. It doesn't matter now. But
sorry, we still love y'all, but
it's hard because RIP Chartable, which was a great site for podcasters to see where they were coming in for ranking on Apple's charts, it had to die.
I know.
Or it died earlier this month, so can't even pull those numbers. But we do know Ireland, Canada, like we said, those countries were big fans. So really appreciate it.
We do. So our ratings run down.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. So let me start with never seen. We had 24 never seen, and that's between us and the guests.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, that's not nice. That's surprising. That's a high number, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull up our chart. We got spreadsheets for everything, y'all. So
well, it's really cool that we had 124 would buy rankings.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
For haters like us, we liked a lot of shit this year.
We did.
So let me start with never seen. We had 24 never seen, and that's between us and the guests. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, that's not nice. That's surprising. That's a high number, I think.
Yeah.
We had 34 2-day rentals. That means we were on the cusp, like this really it really sucks, but not as much as what the one we always say.
And then our same day rental
27.
Yeah. Yeah, and everything is compared against Killjoy for the same day rental up until our first episode of the new year. So stay tuned for that because it may have dethroned Killjoy.
Tragic. Well, we had some new winners this year. Let's roll out our top 5 episodes by the most listened. And at number 5 was our kickoff episode, Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Number 4, our season 3 episode 26, Pleasantville. I really love that episode.
That was a fun episode. But was it as fun as White Chicks? Because that's our number 3 spot.
Was that Gio that did that with us?
Yes, it was. Loved having him back on, by the way.
Love Gio. Number 2 with Cousin Mark, season 3, episode 30, Euro Trip.
That was also a fun one to do.
It was.
And number 1, Freaky Friday, which is so exciting for next year because we will be getting Freakier Friday coming out.
That'll probably be a rewind.
Yes, you're right. 100%.
And our top episode, which is rated a little bit differently than our top 5. So our top 5 is how many plays they have within the 2024 year. Our top ranked episode, I guess we'll call it, was Euro Trip. It was streamed 616% more than an average episode. I mean, you can't go wrong with Euro Trip.
And if you guys, I know a lot of you guys will listen to our main episodes, but if you're not checking out some of our interviews, you're missing out some fun. We got, like Jackie said, we got to interview Carrie Francis, who is an actress. She was in the Knives Out movie. If you just had a wealth of knowledge because she's pretty cool. She's pretty cool and tight with Ryan. What's his name? Is it Ryan
Johnson?
Ryan Johnson is the director's name, right? She's
Yeah.
really tight with Ryan Johnson, the director of Knives Out. So she gave us some insight about that, her favorite 90s movies. It was really fun. And we got to hang out with Andrew Buss, and that was really cool. I know Jackie liked that episode because he had a lot of Kevin Smith knowledge, which was
He
cool.
did. That was super exciting to hear that he was partnering with Kevin, might be writing some pieces collaboratively with him. And then
our moms. If you don't listen to anything else this year, you should listen to the episode with our moms because it's a banger.
Well, the fact that we asked them layup questions about us and they're just like, I don't know. like I think someone who has met me twice would know what my favorite TV show is. Mom, no clue. She's just here on vibes.
Didn't care. She's like, what? Did that happen?
But their interview is really insightful also because they are both divorced. And so we paired it with the First Wives Club and just their insight into like why these women would react the way that they did with their estranged husbands was
they had a lot of hot takes.
Good. A lot of hot takes. I loved every single hot take. So moving on to ratings, on Apple Podcasts, we have a 4.9 with 133 reviews total, 37 of which are new reviews from this year.
Thanks, guys.
You understand the assignment when we say leave us a review.
Yes. And we are going to come out hard next year. Like, there's a few of you we know listen to the episodes every week and y'all ain't write a review yet. We know who you are.
I will find you. I will make you
find you.
And Spotify does things a little bit differently. They still allow ratings, so 4.8 over on Spotify, but they allow comments. So we have 69 comments in 2024 on our various episodes. And that's kind of neat because they can comment kind of like on YouTube where it's the specific episode. Yeah. And so they can leave specific comments related to the episode, which is fun. And Danielle's really good about responding. Not so. Some of our favorite reviews and or comments from this year. From Jim from Jersey, this podcast is so much fun. The hosts are best friends and it shows. Their chemistry is fantastic. Episodes are full of insightful and hilarious commentary. I look forward to this show every week. Love
Aw,
that, Jim. Thank you.
thanks,
The
Jim.
DSM podcast. Love this show. The show is always a great time. The hosts are so insightful and funny. They cover movies that give all the nostalgia feels. I love the Y2K ratings. The guests they invite keep us laughing too. It feels like we are sitting with friends and chatting about our favorite films. That is like the best compliment people can give us, is like they feel like they're just having a conversation. That's what we strive for. From MTV and me, so authentic. I'm so happy to have discovered the No More Late Fees podcast. Host Jackie and Danielle are so knowledgeable, personable, and hilariously funny as they discuss classic movies from our past. What I love most is that while they do shower the films with the praise they deserve, they can also be brutally honest. That's an understatement.
I hate it.
In their critiques of where a film or actor or actress stands in the history of pop culture and nostalgia. Kudos to them for not only doing their research, but putting their heart and souls into this project. Do yourself a favor and give them a listen. Give them a listen sometime. You won't regret it.
You won't. It's the best decision you'll ever make. Promise.
100%.
One of the interviews that we didn't mention was that we got to interview Tiffany, the owner and creator of NostaBeauty, which was really
That's right.
cool.
Yep.
Which is a new makeup company inspired by our time period, essentially, that we got to check out. So if you haven't gotten a chance to go check them out, go to NostaBeauty.com, check out their really cool products. And if you use the code NMLF, you will get 20% off. So Happy New Year, Merry Christmas.
Okay, employee picks 2024. So in order for a movie to be an year employee pick, it has to have had a would buy it from both your Y2K rating and your current rating for all of the people reviewing the movie.
Right.
So it's a pretty coveted spot. And this year, either we were overly nice or we just chose movies we really, really loved. Because we have 9 employee picks this year.
Really?
Yeah. Do you want to take a stab?
Well, I can see the first slide, so I'm gonna guess the other ones that I can't see, which also makes it that I have to remember what the hell we talked about. Just in Rent, that was one for sure.
There was one with our best girl, Gwen.
Oh, Mean Girls.
Yep.
Yes.
There was one that we thought wasn't going to age well at all, and we were pleasantly surprised. And it was
no, you didn't see that one.
And you and I did this one by ourselves.
So bad that I can't remember shit.
Feels like a warm slice of.
Oh, American Pie. Yes, that was a surprise. That was a surprise. Well, the other ones that I do see, 50 First Dates, which for me, I know is just pure nostalgia that I even said that it held up, because logic knows that it barely does.
Yeah.
Dogma and Detroit Rock City.
Yep.
Which was so fun. We had our girl Megan join us for that one.
Tape Girl. She was so fantastic. And Detroit Rock City is such a sleeper movie. And like, you can't even describe it to people. You just have to be like, you have to watch it to understand why we love it. Go to Wong Fu with our lovely Zach.
That was a fun one.
It was. And then Evolution with my sister Heather.
Evolution, Head and Shoulders. That's all I remember. All right, so let's really get into the nooks and crannies of this year. What movie that we did this year surprised you the most?
I'm going American Pie because I thought for sure there was no way that movie held up as much as it did. Were there some problematic themes? Absolutely. But the core story of just these guys that are not competing for girls or anything like that, and just being a really solid brotherhood was so nice to see.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with Star Wars Episode 2, even though that movie makes no goddamn sense. Anytime we have Marion, it's just a really good conversation.
Yeah,
It's so much fun.
What surprised me the most might have been the wood when we did it with Bruh Meets World, mainly because I really had that movie in my head as like really up there. And rewatching, I was like, huh, it's not bad, but I definitely look at it differently now.
Yeah,
We had a lot of critiques of that one.
we did. So, what are some of your favorite moments?
Oh, again, y'all, if you're not watching our like bonus episodes, you're missing out. The look on you and Mario's faces when we were ranking the hottest villains and my choices came out. I'm not going to say what they were because I don't want to ruin it for some people.
But they were immediate no's from Maria and myself. Absolutely not.
I like what I like. I'm not going to apologize for it.
I do love, again, it's a bonus episode, our bonus episode of Rent with Alyssa, where I had to sing lyrics. That was something. And then that evolved into a rant about how don't sing in movies, bitches.
I loved having Mike and Mike back on and us doing another superhero movie. And then when Mike S went into a whole spiel about Rosemary, what's her last name? Oh gosh, the one who plays Aunt May. He just like went on a whole diatribe like how she's amazing. And then learning how she did her stunts. Like sometimes some of my favorite things are just like the fun facts that we find out that are just very surprising. That was really cool.
We also did our first James Bond movie, GoldenEye with Nick. And just giving him shit about, like, he loves this franchise so much. And then he willingly, I don't know why he keeps coming back on, because he is our he is our guest for our first episode of 2025, and it doesn't get any better, y'all. We love Nick dearly. Our DM chat name on Insta is James Bond Superfans. Danielle and I still, like, any chance we get, Spy Who Shagged Me, like Mission Impossible, anything that is not James Bond.
Yep. Yeah, so we conquered our first James Bond movie.
We did.
Had so many questions, and what I love is how it's the most random movies that will do well on YouTube when we post it, and that one did really well, and we had so many comments. Like we have fanboys really trying to mansplain all the things to us, like why like they thought we just didn't get it, and it was like, no, we just do not like this.
Yeah. Sorry. Like we understand this is our whole business, is watching movies and talking about them.
Also, I loved doing Brink, like doing another DCOM, and especially a movie that when I was younger, I just thought was the bee's knees. Like you couldn't tell me nothing about Brink. And so having the guys from I Finally Watched join us was a lot of fun. Elaine and David, oh my God, because they had a lot of thoughts. And also, like, it's always fun to do episodes where we have people who have podcasts as well, but there's two of them and the personality differences are similar to ours. Like Bruh Meets World is a really good example too. And
every movie ever.
Yes. Oh, having them on for that episode. If you haven't watched our Grudge episode, Wild. Tangents galore.
Yeah, we don't talk much about the movie. Really, there is no real plot of The Grudge.
No, none whatsoever.
But it is a fucking wild ride, and they were so much fun to have on the podcast.
I also love that we did, and I don't know if like people, well, we talked about it, but we did a series. This was like our first time. Besides doing spooky season, we actually dedicated a month to a theme, which is really cool, which also we will be doing next season. Hint, hint. We're not going to let you guys know yet, but keep your eyes peeled because we're going to have some fun. We did an entire month dedicated to witch movies. That was a lot of fun.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Except for Bewitched.
My brain can't handle that movie.
Nope. So kind of along the same lines, which episodes were your favorite from last season or 2024?
Okay.
Pokemon?
Really?
Well, because
it was fun. I was surprised. That one was surprising how fun it was to do that one.
Eurotrip is up there. Dogma, just because I love Dogma and I will talk about it any chance I get. First Wives Club was a lot of fun too. Mm-hmm. I'm looking through our list.
I would say Go was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Because we just loved the movie and having Megan back on was good. Dodgeball was really fun with Andrew because
Andrew.
It's always cool to have someone who like really listens to our episodes, and like he was so excited to like join us. He had so many fun tidbits, and knowing that you absolutely hate what's his face makes your
Ben Stiller
makes it funnier because you're just like not having anything to say.
Just like our Anchorman episode, I'm like,
yeah. Oh,
The Faculty with Johnny was a lot of fun.
Yes, you know what? Like having Johnny on twice this season was fun, and then I love Napoleon Dynamite, but I feel like on The Faculty he had so much more fun doing.
Yeah, he loves spooky movies. I had fun with Saw, not because you hate it, just our conversation because you were not into it was a lot of fun.
I love that we had Ashley Boyd back on and we did Catwoman. The tirade that she goes on about because like I didn't know she was like a hardcore comic book, just the character Catwoman she loves, she cherishes it. So I thought it'd just be like fun little bit. No, she came in with a thesis on how this
and we were here for it
every second of it.
We're like, tell us more, Ashley. And then Rent is always a good time. Like
it definitely, but one that really did surprise, like when I think about someone that surprised me was Freeway. I remember that movie being good, but it was just really fun because I never put together all the Little Red Riding Hood references in that one.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
And we got another Christmas movie that I will willingly watch, which is A Diva's Christmas Carol.
Yes.
Again with Bra, and the way Siege muses about that movie is so like, how can you not love it after listening to his love for it?
Yeah. And I love that him and Tony bonded like when they were younger about that movie. Like that was cool. So what movies are on your short list for next year?
Let me pull up my actual list on my notes app. So doing this podcast it's hard to watch nostalgic movies because if there are movies that I want to do, I try not to rewatch it, especially if I haven't seen them like in years. I try really not hard not to rewatch them until we do them. So it's like the nostalgia flashback is fresh. So sometimes movies get put on my list just because I want to rewatch them.
Yeah.
So I know Almost Famous has been up there. I'm still really looking forward to Biodome. What about you, Danielle?
Definitely Sleepover. I'm still to the day I take my last breath, will be pushing for Mighty Ducks. Any one of them at this point, I'll take it.
Fair. Oh, Charlie's Angels. Like,
Oh, yeah. Which, the first or the second one? Either one.
either one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really love that. Oh, and then my beloved Sky High that we haven't done yet.
Yes. That and like, remember we talked about the movies that are just the highest echelon, which was Mean Girls. I was surprised. Like, I think I hyped up Mean Girls so much in my head, and then we did it, and it was just like, okay, well, but Clueless, 100%.
Yeah.
Can't wait to do that one. Oh, I want to do this movie because we can talk about how obsessed I was with it when we were young, which is Snow Day. And the logic behind me being obsessed with that movie, there is none. Like, I can't understand why younger me was so infatuated with that stupid ass movie.
And when did it come out? I feel like we were grown when it came out.
You're right. You didn't have to say that to the people. They weren't going to do the math. I was too old to be obsessed with it the way that I was, but I really, really excited about that movie. Really
The heart
excited.
wants what it wants.
Okay, so I will say this. Snow Day came out in 2000.
We were seniors in high school.
Yes, we were.
I just love the fact that you haven't seen Hercules or The Emperor's New Groove
Right.
because the cartoons and you were
Right.
too grown for that. But the Nickelodeon film Snow Day
Right.
and Sleepover from 2005.
I was in college and I remember going to the movie theaters to see this on purpose. I didn't accidentally see it. I didn't stumble upon it. I didn't say, hey, I need to go to the movies. Oh, there's nothing I want to see. I'll just do this sleepover thing. No, I went with intention.
Which
and I will never regret it.
I mean, I love that you say that with your whole chest. Because there are some movies that it's like, I don't give a shit. I love this.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Snow Day is just a really interesting choice.
I'm not going hard for Snow Day now.
No.
I just know, and there was a moment in time, February of 2000. So I was still 17 at least. 18 yet.
Was there anyone in it that you were just like, I love that actor?
It doesn't even, I'm telling you, logically, nothing makes sense about me being upset. I don't know if it was, and I don't even think I was watching Nickelodeon like that for me to be, I don't know what it was.
Maybe it was DCOM adjacent and you were just like,
I'll
do this.
No, I don't know what it was.
That's okay.
But
it'll get done for you.
I'm going to have a lot to say about it because before we started the podcast, I did rewatch it and I was like, wow, this is bad.
I was going through some things when this
is bad. Yeah.
Oh, another one that's been on my short list just because I haven't seen it since the early 2000s is Whatever It Takes.
Yes.
So it's like one of James Franco's his first movies. And it had, what's his face?
Shane West, who you like to compare to Joshua Jackson, even though no, ma'am.
Marla Sokoloff.
And Jamie Lynn O'Keefe.
Jamie Lynn O'Keefe,
yeah.
And then that kid from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Jesse.
Yeah.
And wait, was Hanks in it too?
He may have been a supporting character.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm cool with whatever it takes. That it's one of those like C B movie
Yeah,
teen movies that came out, but back then, if it was a teen movie, I was eating it up.
I would put it on the same caliber as Drive Me Crazy, which y'all
Yeah.
know we love. So it's right there.
I love doing that movie. Who else? Oh, there was another movie that I just had in my head that just disappeared, floated. Oh, one day we're gonna do Center Stage. That
Yes.
I'm surprised I haven't made that a birthday movie because when I tell you I used to watch that all the time. All the time. That was a classic. And this podcast is going to have a Roswell episode. Buckle up.
Which will just be Danielle talking because I've never seen Roswell.
You're gonna have to watch like I'll give you like 3 or 4 episodes. No, that's not true. You have seen it, Jackie. You saw a few because you said I'm you told me once that you were watching
Yeah,
it and
I
you're like
tried to watch it. I
surprisingly.
got like an episode or two and I was like, I can't do this.
Wow. Yes, Colin Hanks was in Whatever It Takes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's one of those movies that, especially if you watch it now, you're just like, hey, because like they were just starting out when they made it. It was like probably one of their first movies for the majority of those actors. And they've gone on to have lifelong careers where now you go back and watch and you're like, oh, that's a baby Colin Hanks.
Oh, Aaron Paul is the guy from
That's the guy.
Bad. Kit Pardue's in it. Even Nick Cannon has a cameo or like a very small role in that. That's gonna be fun.
It'll be fun.
Well, that's it. What we want from you guys, as usual, is one, don't forget to hit us up at No More Late Fees on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Threads, all the social media platforms. And make sure you're following one, and to let us know what movies you'd like to see us do in 2025.
And along with that, we know that everyone's favorite social media platform is in danger of disappearing. So make sure you're going and following us on the other platforms so you don't miss any content. We're going to roll with the punches and hopefully something changes, but if it doesn't, please follow us. Instagram is probably the next best place. We're establishing ourselves on Blue Sky, and so look on for us on those alternatives. And it is at No More Late Fees wherever you go to find us. Don't leave us.
And join us next week for the very first episode of 2025, as we will be covering The Life Aquatic.
Oh, Nick.
You're gonna need some oxygen for that one.
And as always, Happy New Year, be kind, and rewind.